What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Udinese Career Mode episode 8. Today, in our first game, we have got the Italian side, Torino. I don't know much about Torino, like a lot of Italian clubs. All I know is they're going to be sweaty because they're playing 5 at the bloody back. And somehow, I would have to obviously try and get past the obstacle of obviously playing 5 at the back, because it's just completely defending. You know, 5 at the back teams are quite hard to break down sometimes, especially if they're really good. But, you know, we had the first chance here and we actually scored, which was absolutely brilliant. You know, really early on, I was really glad with the goal, to be fair, because, you know, you don't expect it. When you do play 5 at the back teams on FIFA, you think, well, you know what, they're just, you won't be able to foul. Look at the gap between the, I don't know if it was the right wing back or the right centre back. But I mean, there was so much space. Obviously, the player ran through and he just finished off the goal. Got a bit lucky, but what can you do? And again, we was unlucky there in the 10th minute. Good chance there. And the goalkeeper was equal to the chance. Good save by him. But anyway, guys, I actually want to talk to you today about some of the ideas I have. Obviously, so far with my YouTube channel, I've just been doing career modes. Obviously, I had one with Fulham and I've had one with Udinese. So far, so good. But obviously, as the new year's coming up, it's just been Christmas. I am thinking about doing something different with my channel after New Year. And it's along the lines of, you know, Ultimate Team. You know, I'm thinking of maybe doing the draft a bit. You know, having a go at that. Because in the past few years, you know, I've just been really a career mode player. You know, that's all I've really played and been used to. And, you know, every year I must do maybe about 20 career modes in the whole year. And do a number or several seasons with them. And, you know, I never really have or I've ever played Ultimate Team. Sometimes on FIFAs I have a patch for about a month or two where I, you know, because obviously you get bored of FIFA obviously sometimes, and that's when you kind of want to do something a bit different, and that's obviously what I've done sometimes on FIFAs and I've done Ultimate Team. But this year I haven't really played it at all. You know, at the start of the year and the start of my YouTube channel, I was actually thinking of doing a Ultimate Team series, obviously going from Division 10 to Division 1. But, you know, I scrapped that idea and just thought I'd do career mode and see how my channel would do with them. But now, obviously, I'm thinking about doing Ultimate Team series, maybe even a season series as well, you know, with the seasons where you play with real teams. So, yeah, I'm just thinking about doing that. Because I just think it might be enjoyable for you and me, you know, trying something different, seeing how it goes, and just, you know, just seeing how it goes, really. But anyway, back to the career mode. We're making numbers and several bids for players, and I especially wanted to get this Leon Bailey. At the start of the FIFA 16, he actually started 62 rated, and as you see, he's gone up to a 70 rated already. He's an unbelievable player. Pace, he's quite small, he hasn't got that much power. He's a left-footed player. Obviously I'd have wanted him to maybe be a right-footed player, but you know, what can you do really at the end of the day? I mean, I want to pick him up. I think he's got quite good potential. I think it's around the 80 mark. So yeah. Also, I sent a few. I sent one player on loan, really, the Brazilian centre attacking midfield. I mean, I expected a bit more from him, really, but he's just been rubbish, to be fair. So I thought, you know, you may as well just send him on loan. Hopefully he'll go up. I don't think he will. But anyway, back to the players who were signing. I actually wanted to go for Hector Bellerin. You know, I've been talking about how I want a new right back and how we actually need one, because, you know, I actually don't have one at the moment. You know, I was playing actually Adnan right back. So, yeah, it just shows you how I need a bit more squad depth. Because I've been playing, you know, the Brazilian right mid, Edlinson. He's been playing right back because he can play there. But he just doesn't seem to have the right position, you know, the mental awareness where to be. And to be fair, I don't blame him because he's a right mid at the end of the day. So, yeah, I was looking to sign Bellerin. And also, I actually predicted this, that a lot of teams will come in for Joel Campbell and Dragovic and Mabugu. So, yeah, I was right, to be fair. And also was trying to kind of Cabellos. He's a young, obviously, young star coming up with really good potential. But anyway, guys, we had a game next with Atlanta, and I just want to show you what happened here because, as you see, my game footage corrupted, and as you see from that, we can't use the footage at all. There was no point in trying to use it, and I actually felt really upset with it.
Okay.
As you see from the African man, that's how it really sums up how I was feeling. I was quite annoyed because, you expect these things to work. I've got the Elgato gaming device, and obviously you download the software to use that. And at the end of the day, if you pay that type of money for stuff like that, you expect it to just work normal. And I don't know if it's the device's fault or if it's my computer's fault, but at the end of the day, I couldn't use it, so there was no point in showing you it really. Obviously, it happened in my Fulham career mode once. I could actually show you the goals because it didn't actually affect it that much, but with this one, it just absolutely flat on. You could just not see anything really. It was so annoying. But I actually will tell you the scorelines. We did actually miss out the Atlanta and the Juventus game. I know, probably would have been really good games to show, but what can you do? But we actually won Atlanta 3-1, and we actually won Juventus 2-0. So, yeah, it would have been really good to show you them games. I'm quite annoyed that I didn't because, they had a few goals in them. But anyway, we're playing this Capri side here in the Serie A. They're quite low in the table, I think they're in the relegation spot. But they actually make it 1-1. And, I was quite surprised with that. To be fair, though, from their cross, you could see it a mile off he was going to get there, back post. You could just tell what was going to happen. And, it's quite annoying me lately. For some reason, my fullbacks, they aren't marking the wingers or the strikers that come onto their side. They're just letting them go. They're just not marking them, and it's frustrating me. I don't know if they can't defend or it's just how I'm kind of working the system, because on the instructions I do kind of say I want them to overlap, because obviously I love attacking, and that's how I think you can win games, because if you're attacking, then obviously it takes the pressure off the defence. But obviously Mabagu, he makes it 2-1 really. He gets his 12th goal of the season. Fantastic by him. He puts us 2-1 up, and we come again in the 79th minute. Campbell was on the ball. He crossed it to Mahrez, and that's game, set, and match really. Mahrez makes it 3-1. I ain't been really happy with Mahrez, and as you see, that's actually his first goal of the season, so you can just tell he's been playing absolutely rubbish. But that's how the game ended. A good win in the end. I shouldn't have conceded the first goal, but what can you do? And we miss a really good chance there. I don't know, I frigging missed that. But anyway, I don't care. We get the win, another 3 points and 3 goals. And obviously, more good news. We signed Hector Bellerin, which is fantastic. But what wasn't fantastic was West Brom actually decided to accept our counter-offer for Joel Campbell for 22 million. I know, that's what I thought. At the time, I didn't really want him to go. I was going into the Palermo game thinking, friggin' hell, is this going to be his last game? And, I was quite annoyed because he's been our best player so far throughout the season. And it would be a big loss if we did lose him. But, 22 million, you can't really argue with that. It's absolutely fantastic money. But, he can't help us in defence. I wish he would. Because Palmero scored, and Gilardino turned my defender. I don't know what he was doing. He just, I was jockeying him, and he just flat on just mugged him off. But they're scoring anyway, make it 1-0. Bellerin on his debut. It was a lot closer than you might think, but rubbish shot really by him. Quite disappointed. I thought we were going to belt it top bins, but instead he friggin', it was an awful shot. But that was the first half. Not a lot happening. We had one chance, they had one, and they took theirs, and that's football for you guys. That is football for you. If you take your chances, you win games. And as you see, we're not taking our chances. Our goalkeeper pulls off an immaculate save from Fernandes. I thought it was in, to be fair. I jumped about my chair and, I started celebrating. But anyway, there's it. But as you see, obviously 74th minute, they had a corner. They take it short. For some reason, Italians love taking short corners. I think every side does it about 3 times every game. And they actually you know, they're successful with it. They actually knock it back post. My goalkeeper did pull off a good save at first to deny him the first chance, but he couldn't do all about the second one because, you know, he was on his ass and he basically had an open net to score the player, and he did. But we lose that game 2-0. Bit annoying, really. You know, off our I think that's our first loss in about maybe 5 games, and it was annoying, like, because we was on a good bit of form. But anyway, guys, as you see, I finished off with a bit of training here. I was changing players, obviously, because I've obviously brought in a few young players like Cabellos with Bailey. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!